So, you came here to learn more about attributes and what they excel the most at in DEEPWOKEN. Luckily for you, I am here, so let's get right to it. As you probably know, attributes in DEEPWOKEN are a limited resource that your character has that can give you access to certain talents and give passive stats. Talents are the most important part of your build, and you obtain them every 15 investment points you invest into your build. Here's what specific attributes give and how to use them correctly. Strength is the attribute that most often gives you advantages in close quarter combat, like parry trades or block breaking an opponent. The most notable and important talents from this tree include Million Ton Piercer, Collapsed Lung, Berserker, Unwavering Resolve, Showstopper, and Harsh Response. People usually stop at 40 strength in builds that aren't focused around it, but if the build is focused around strength, then they will usually get 100 strength, as there's practically no talents in between 40 to 90 strength. Fortitude allows you to live longer and gives you overall survivability. It has the best crosspath talents in the game, and most of them include Willpower. We will talk about crosspath talents later on though. Some notable talents from Fortitude include Exoskeleton, To the Finish, Reinforced Armor, Imprevious Slumber, Warrior's Respite. The amount of Fortitude I see most often is either 40 or 50, as if you go further than that, then the next good talent is Reinforced Armor at 90 Fortitude. Something to note is that PvE builds made for mob swarms like Hell Mode or Diluvian will usually go Brick Wall that stands at 100 Fortitude and 100 Willpower. Agility is the attribute of speed and dodges. It doesn't have any build-defining talents other than Assassination talents, but it's used in almost all builds for the speed boosts or enhanced dodges. The most important talents include Ghost, Tap Dancer, Cheap Shot, Air Counter, the entirety of the Assassination talent tree, the Butterfly talent tree, and the Leaf in the Wind talent tree. The amount of agility that people usually go for is either 25, 40, 65, or 100. 25 and 40 are just for improving your dodges and minor speed buffs, 65 is for talents listed above, and 100 is for the Revenge Mantra talent tree and the Assassination talent tree. Most meta builds should have at least 25 agility, as 25 agility allows for a lot of crosspath talents and it gives access to the most basic agility talents. Intelligence is used in two kinds of builds, Mage and Silent Heart. There is no in between, and if you're gonna try to convince me otherwise, you are lying. Mages will usually go higher intelligence than Silent Hearts, as the higher intelligent talents give only benefits to mantras. Intelligence also buffs potions that you made and bombs that you throw. Some of the most useful talents include Ether Overdrive, Neural Overload, the entire potion talent tree, and Overflowing Dam. The amount of intelligence I see used most often is either 40, 90, or 100. 40 is usually used when you're going Silent Heart, 90 is used most often with a mage build, and 100 means you're probably going potions and bombs while also being some sort of mage. Intelligence is an attribute that you can easily not use on a build at all and get away with it. Willpower bases itself around the insanity aspect of the game, giving you more sanity and more options to abuse your insanity. It has some okay-ish talents at low investment and pretty good ones at high investment, but it shines the most in crosspath talents that we will discuss later on. Here are some example willpower talents. Piercing Will, Heretic Sutra, Shared Misery, and Azure Flames. Willpower is the attribute where you either go all in or nothing. I usually see it at quantities of 5, 40, and 80, where 5 is used for a talent that gives you 5 HP, 40 is used for Azure Flames, and 80 is used for an insanity based build, where you also use talents like Lose Your Mind to increase your damage. If you want to make an insanity build, you have to commit to it or else you won't be as effective. Although 30 strength and 50 fortitude should be good enough. Charisma is the attribute that allows you to support others and receive support when you need it most. It's also often used on mage build for its charm effect you place on your enemies. Here are some notable talents. Charismatic Cast, Tough Love, Dazing Finisher, Unnecessary Theatrics, and the entire Vow of Mastery talent tree. Charisma is used by mages and support players in most of the situations. Mages will either go 25 or 55 charisma for the charm effect on enemies, giving them extra damage, and support players will usually go 90 instead, giving them a lot of options that buff their friends while still maintaining solid mantra damage. There are not many notable weapon talents, as attribute points put into weapons are usually used for the mantras or to hit the equip requirement of a weapon. Currently, it's the most beneficial to go for weapons with a semi-low requirement like Iron Birch for heavy weapons or Warden's Ceremonial Sword, as they still do their jobs really well and not going 100 medium saves a lot of points. These talents are some of the better ones in the game as they require an investment from 2 or more stats. Here are some of the most useful Crosspath talents. Lightspeed Reflexes, Neural Plasticity, All the Dead Gods, Battle Tendency, Perseverance, Unfazed, Grasp on Reality, Brick Wall, Spine Cutter, and Lose Your Mind. People go these talents depending on their build, so you should see which ones you can grab along the way and which fit best for your build. Shrine of Order is a shrine that resides in Songseeker Wilds in the mineshaft with mine skippers. You can use it to balance out your stats, which doesn't seem that great at first, but when you put it to good use, it's one of the most overpowered shrines in the game, and a tool that you need to use in build making. How it works is that it averages all of your stats out, allowing you to save points. Example being, you go 100 strength for Collapsed Lung, and then Shrine of Order, allowing you to save points. The one limitation that the shrine has is that it can lower a stat by only 25 points. That means by using our previous example, it'll set the player's strength to 75. You also cannot take an oath before your shrine, or else the shrine will just deny you. Attunements are different kinds of magics you can obtain throughout the world, and each of them has different talents, but all of them define a build, whether it's for attunements or lack of one. While different attunements have different important talents, you should know that regardless of your attunement, it's crucial to progress your attunement before putting points into your weapon, as you're gonna want to get the talents related to your attunement. Another important thing to note are paths, as you have to plan them before making a build. Here are all the paths currently in-game and their requirements. Crystallization Path, Spectre Path, Twisted Puppets, Azure Flames, Lava Serpent, Surge Path, Twisted Puppets, Scrap Singer, Jailer, Impaler, Conductor. You should also get your main attunement to 80 points, as that allows you to upgrade your mantras to level 5. Upgrades only cost notes, and they can heavily increase the damage of a mantra or its functionality for absolutely free. Here are some of my example builds. Do whatever you want with them.